Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Good day. What's up, Yuri? Well, we're already, we're sitting in a trade, so fun stuff here. Hello, hello, hello. Yuri, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I spent an hour and a half. I fear I'm not very good. What's up? I fear it was too much for me. So, we're currently in a trade, as everybody joins in here. We'll talk about it a little bit. Oh, what's up, Lyrics? We are currently sitting like 3 grand in floating profits, so... Would normally take this off around 50, so... Giving it a shot here, giving it a real shot. Want to see us come through the, want to see us break the highs of day. Basically bounce off this 200 level, this support we got off of VWAP, and run into the 300 level. 100-point rotation, 200 to 300. Found support off of prior day open. We shall see. Really going for glory with this one. Morning, Nick. What's going on? Lyrics. So this is across 5 Apex 50Ks. I am trading 5 accounts. So on Tradeify, that's just the total number. So I'm trading 5 micros per account. Jodo, what's going on? Ryan, what's going on? Morning, morning, morning. Austin. 9 to 5s needed your full attention. I mean, sometimes it does. We're sitting in like $3,200 of floating profit here. Eyes doing great. Eyes doing great. All right, looking good. Strong push off this 200 level. It appears I caught something here. So, going for glory. Right off rip, looking for a 100-pointer. We shall see. Little worried about value area high here. It's kind of rejecting value area high. Button up against it a couple times. There's a world in which I start trailing here, I think. But, yeah, we're doing the thing. I do not want to see us run into trouble up here. Yeah, make sure you guys check out the landing page for sure. Missed your entry by 2 points on this. Were you also looking to take like the 200 level? $180? I mean, yeah, that would have been nice. Alright, I want to see us break these highs nice and strong here. I want to see a nice strong reaction through the highs into 300 and boom. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. Although I might start managing this here in a minute. Either trailing it on the 1 minute or moving this up because this is quite an aggressive take profit here. 100 points. We shall see. Looking for 1,000 on each of the accounts with the 100 points would be $5,000 across the accounts. Great way to start the day. Great way to start the stream. So, we shall see, huh? It's doing the thing. Had a great start in your PA with a 20 point... Yeah. Alright, it's doing the thing. Broke the highs. A little bit more here. Tap that 300 level. Do it. Do it. Do it. 6 points away. 8 points away. Do it. Do the thing. Do the thing. First 100-pointer? Come on. Move this to half profit here, just in case we come back down to earth. Do the thing. Oh, so close. So close. Maybe I should have front ran it a little bit. Alright, I'm not going to be a dick for a tick. We're taking that off. We're taking that off. Taking that off. $4,800. Right off rip to start the stream. There we go. Alright. Boom. Boom. We're slowly closing in on that 200-pointer that, let me pull this trade. I don't have any trade lines up. We're slowly. Yeah, I'm a little worried we don't get up there. I'm cool with missing 10 points. It's fine by me. Knowing the way this works, it's gonna come and run 300 right now, but hey, we'll take it. Let me pull up my trade lines here so we can look at that. Yeah, I was hoping we didn't miss that. We didn't miss that on stream. I wanted that to sync up. Basically perfect timing. And it looks like, ooh, we're front running that 300 level a little bit. But yeah. 945 bucks across 5 accounts. I will take that. Virtually a 100-pointer. 95 points. 94.5 points. Was looking to bid the prior open down here. We were getting support off this 200 level. That that bull flag Matt drew. This is it. That original trade he threw on. That's that. Wonder if we can go back and find that flag he drew. But there we go. Yeah, new like button, new stream, new like button. I'm gonna need you to throw a like on there for 100-pointer off rip. We're 8 minutes into my stream here, so yeah, it was the bull flag. I wonder if I can get a. Can anybody go back into his stream and grab a screenshot of that bull flag? There's the break at 300. Yuri, we're just off. We're just off passing the evals. I think we're 300 bucks off with that trade. Took a little $250 loser yesterday, and I was like 1,100 off, so. Paper hands. 94.5 points. I know, it's not enough. Listen, one of these days I'm gonna get that 200-pointer that Jamie got. We've had plenty of little 25-point scalps, couple 50-pointers. We're looking for that. Now we get the 100-pointer. So next stop, 200-pointer, and just to one up Jamie, I think I'm gonna do a 201-pointer. So. Yeah, if somebody can grab a screenshot of that flag Matt drew out and toss it in Discord, I'd love to pull that up. I think it'd be funny. I agree. If that does not deserve a like, you guys are sick. Are you not entertained? How's everybody's session doing? Are we green on the session? How was this morning? I know, the last $300. I know, Passed 2 more evals with that push up. Done for the day. There you go. Damn, this thing's just pumping, huh? This thing's just going. 6 break evens. 1 running right now. Targeting 150 points at 350. Okay. Oh, so you also got in at 200. Up, down, early and late. Happens. Caught 150 points done for the day. GG's. Done for the day on the Apex PAs. Nice. Nice. It's always nice to get in, get your trades done, and be up on the day. Or down, whatever it is. Be able to pull yourself from the markets, Jodo. GG's. I hope that means green. Oh, yeah. Up 724. There we go. GG's. Looking for a retracement to the 280s to enter. Yeah, I mean, we're quite extended here. How many likes are we sitting at? I'm going to be real disappointed if I see like 46. 36. Oh. Well, we're setting the, we're going ambitious today. We're setting the target at 200. So if you guys want a giveaway, we got 2 hours, 45 minutes to get to 200 likes. So, new like button, new stream. Make sure you slap that. 100 pointer off rip. Probably going to move over to the Tradeify funded account we've been trading. Look for some trades on there, just because happy with that. SUV, do we even hit 200 viewers? Well, we'll have people rotating in and out. So, if you plan on sticking around, hit the like button now, and by the end of my stream, hopefully we get to that target. I think we can. I think we get 200. Sweaty. Everybody make 2 more YouTube accounts. I mean, hey, I'm not telling you to do that. But I can't stop you. Alpha Prime, no trades for you yet? Chat, what accounts are we trading? What have we been liking? Has anybody been trading anything new? Have we been trying any of the, like, the new Lucid or Tradeify? We've been branching out. TPT. What do you guys like? What do you not like? Fluffy, nah man, still trying to pass this one Apex account. I mean, there you go. The nice thing about some of the accounts is it's such, you know, such good value. I mean, we talked a lot about like there's the new 100Ks, I think, not 150Ks, 100Ks for $59 intraday, all in. No activation fees. That's nuts. So you can get a lot of value out of one account, right? Like, you know, limiting the downside, like we've been talking about, limiting the downside and giving yourself the leverage to the upside. How do you copy trade accounts on Tradeify? There is a built-in trade copier. That being said, Bullocks, the built-in trade copier does not allow you to use bracket orders, which is one of the biggest downsides of Tradeify. So I'm having to go in and manually add stops and take profits every time I enter or exit a trade, which can get you into some trouble. So yeah, it kind of stinks. Let's see. I think the next eval will be Lucid. Yeah, I like the Lucid Flex accounts. I think that's what Danny's been trading. That exit all button's your best friend? Yeah, really. I mean, that's what I did. We were button up against 300. I just smacked that. Said, get me out. Yeah, it is kind of wild that Tradeify has not added that feature. I think they're concerned about like slippage and stuff like that. Although, you know, Bullocks, people have been asking Tradeify to add that copy trader or add bracket orders to the copy trader for like 2 years. So, yeah, in 2030 maybe we'll get it. And Tradester will be out long before then, so I will be using that the moment it drops. Hopefully. Yeah, lyrics, it's crazy. Alright, so some of you guys are trading the, some of you are trading the Lucid accounts. I'm seeing some Lucid, some Apex. Is anybody on Tradeify? I think we're gonna switch over to a Tradeify account here in a couple minutes. Anybody on the Tradeify accounts? Does anybody want a Tradeify account? Any of the giveaways? We had, wealth charts the way to go. Yeah, there's a ton of options. I mean, me, Danny, Jamie, and Jaws all use different platforms, so. Bradley, I have a Tradeify 25k funded and a Lucid 50k. There you go. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot about the Tradeify 25ks. Good value, easy to pass. Fluffy, up 1188 on the Apex account, up today. Eval expires on August 13th. Feel like you're a good step away. Scared I won't pass at this rate. I mean, you got some time. You definitely have some time. I mean, you're up, right? I wouldn't go changing what you're doing just yet. You know, you chain a couple good days together, and you're not that far off. Although honestly, that was kind of the motivation behind holding this longer than my usual 50 points. Is I want to get this thing, I want to get these passed, right? Want to add these to the funded pool and start trading the Apex fundeds live for you guys. Mix in the Tradeify funded and yeah, grab a payout. Grab a payout or two. I can show you guys on stream. And hopefully hold on to the accounts. All right. Jodo, do I ever size up? Yeah, I do size up. So we've been in this interesting spot where, and I was talking a lot about it yesterday, ATR in the last 2 days, average true range, has like died off. And we were seeing ATR in the 60, 70, 50, and then coming down into like maybe 45, 50 for lunch hour. Yesterday, ATR during lunch hour was down in the 20s. And today, during the start of the session, ATR was below 50. So I use ATR to determine my sizing, right? So if, look at that, flip into green on the day, we are sitting 0.01% up on the day after that sell-off in the Asian session and in London. So I use ATR to determine if I'm trading either 5 micros or 1 mini. 40 is usually my cutoff number, so if we're below 40, I'll pull out the minis. But ATR has been very slow. It's been quite orderly trading. No huge whips. Feels like volatility's coming down a little bit, right? It's the summertime, summer trading. So yeah, might be trading minis more often. That being said, I do scale my targets. Looking for more of a base hit style. What's up, Composite? Yeah, 14 period ATR on the 5 minute. Tuned in late. Congrats on the big trade. Yeah, man. So we bid this 200 level that we kept bouncing up against. We came down, we took VWAP, or we bounced off of VWAP in the NQ. Let me pull up the NQ for a little better look here. So, I mean, relatively straightforward morning, right? We opened. Anybody that got long really should have made some money here, but right at the open, sell off overnight. Sell off overnight, came down, broke below yesterday's low. And then as we started the morning to 29,280. Wow, 80 to 80. Those 80 levels have been playing, huh? But 200-point ripper to start the morning. Sold off a little bit. Came down, tapped VWAP. Matt drew a beautiful bull flag. It looked something like... We'll draw it just for kicks. Looks something like this. He drew a nice bull flag on stream. Looked something like this. So Matt drew a nice beautiful bull flag for us this morning. We were joking about it. He ended up taking a 20-point scalp off of the break below to VWAP. Saw it come back down to the prior open, testing that 29,200 level. Got long off of 29,200, rode it up to 300. Right above high a day, so took some momentum off the pop of the high a day. Jodo, you screenshotted it, dropped it in Discord. Perfect. Let me take a look. First let me get this nonsense off my chart. And then we'll take a look at that. And then we'll hop on the Tradeify funded accounts. Second. Boom. Get the Discord up. Jodo, is that in the is that in trading chat or general chat? Oh, general chat, I think. I mean, it's a beautiful picture. Let me grab that real quick. All right, so this is Matt's artwork, right? This is Matt's art. So we get long at 200 and we hit our take profit just before 300. Let me pull it back up, sorry. So that's Matt's art, right? Here's his bull flag. Every time I mess with the charts, it goes away. right? So here's the bull flag he drew. Came up, came down, punched VWAP, took it long. So when in doubt, trust the Matt bull flag, I guess. It was good for 100 points to start the stream off. I think he took a 20-pointer. I think he took 20 points off that too. $400 off of the VWAP test, which is great. All right. Give me 1 second. I am going to pull up the Tradeify account. We're going to switch over to Tradeify, a Tradeify funded Lightning account here. Linear regression channel from Tradeify. What time frame is the chart on the right? Yeah, so, oh, not to mention, I also did get a tap of the -2 standard deviation on that 200 level. So, this is a 22-tick range chart. Look in the top right, right next to my face. So every candle is 22 ticks of price action. This is a Tradeify. It's in the community indicators. It's an indicator. It's called, let me pull it up for you. It is called standard deviation channels. So if you make sure all your add-ons are selected in the add-on tab in the settings, you can go to community indicators, look for that. Essentially all it is a linear regression being plotted against the last 100 candles in this range chart. And then standard deviations are being projected off of that. So +1, +2, +3, -1, -2, -3. And I use it to I use it to grab entries, sized pullbacks on a trending day, right? So this move back to 200, we had shifted the channel back in a positive direction, aligning with the trend that we had established during the market, during the early, 15, 20, 30 minutes of the market here. Grabbed along off of that, confluence with the 200 level, support the magical bull flag that we had forming, that Matt so graciously pointed out. Yesterday's, or not yesterday, but previous, I guess it was yesterday's prior open, right around 200, volume point of control above, and then wrote it back up. We were also sitting inside of balance at that point, so looking for an extension above initial balance, a break of the highs, and then a push up to 300. $15-minute OR was the entry. Yeah. I mean, what are we looking at? Tested it and ran. Yeah, no problem. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to toss this up, hide screen for a sec, and get you guys moved over to, or get us moved over to the Tradeify accounts. Zach of all trades, good morning. How we doing? How we looking today? We green, we red. How we doing? Had that 15-minute orb marked. Yeah, sometimes it be like that. All right. Switch over here. Red, but followed your rules. I mean, there you go. I'm a firm believer that, red days or break-even days, as long as you're following your rules and you're working your process and you're, you're keeping your psychology the way you want to keep it, as long as you're doing these things, red day is still a win, right? A winning day in the markets is a day, It's not just profit. It's about surviving, account preservation, you know, doing what you need to do. Red days just come. Happens. Stream Dream Team crushing. Yeah, Matt's up today. Jamie had a pretty good morning, right? Jamie's up like $1,200 or something. Hey, are you trading the intraday trailing or the end of day trailing on the Apex accounts? I am trading the end of day trailing. I've been loving the end of day stuff since they launched it all a few months ago. Yeah, he passed an eval. Nice. Yeah, we're like $300 off of passing passing those 5 Apex evals. So some banger trades. Nice. Good stuff. I mean, market's doing its thing today. Nice directional day. Yeah, great feeling. You take that early banger trade and then you just hang out. Switch over to the Tradeify account. Take a look, see if we find something. If we do, we'll give it a shot. Yeah, agreed, Ryan. Discipline's huge. All right, here we go. Get the charts back up. Cool. All right, so we have moved over into the Tradeify funded account. Gonna play it a little cool for the rest of the day. We are quite extended. We are sitting basically at neutral on the day, or on the session since Globex opened yesterday. So just hanging out. Still sitting above these 300s. I need to mark out initial balance since we switched over to the Tradeify accounts. Let's see. 1030, that would be IBH. Speaking of initial balance, getting a slap. Do we come back down and test IB? And then initial balance low. Well, way down here in no man's land. We did put in a decent amount of volume up by 300, which is interesting. So wonder if this like, I mean, I wonder if like the 280 level is the play, right? Initial balance, we've been bouncing off these 80s, 80 to 80 rotation for 200 points. Where'd we stop down here? Basically the 80s, 70s, 80s. So 80 to 80 to 80 to not 80. That would have been cool. Bouncing off the -2, but it looks heavy, so not something I'm totally interested in here. Especially with initial balance sitting below. Bit of a pull to the downside. The wick gap on the 5-minute at 284 is what you're looking for? Yeah. For longs. Yeah, I mean, I like this area for longs for sure. You have value area high acting as support. You have that 80 level that we came up to. You have, you know, this prior high acting as support, initial balance, some volume above. It is basically the midpoint of this kind of a little volume valley here. So not too much volume conducted at that level. So it makes sense. Maybe come down. And then pick a spot. Either we come back down towards volume point of control and we trade inside some of this volume, or we come up here and continue to print some volume higher. I mean, we're basically neutral on the day after neutral on the Globex session, the overall session after this move up in regular trading hours. So quite an interesting spot. Quite an interesting spot. All right, -2 kind of holding up a little bit, sort of, for now. Let's see, 68 likes. Oh, we can do better. 69 likes. We can do better than that. Like I said before, if you want us to, I think we're going to do a Lucid giveaway today. Lucid 50K. So if you guys want me to do a Lucid 50K giveaway, we need to get to 200 likes before the end of the stream. So you got 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours to get another 130 likes. So if you haven't already, slap the like button. Wow. -2 standard deviation holding. Even though it's kind of sitting right above IB. Messing around by up here with yesterday's close. Didn't slap the like button, but you did politely click it. I mean, that works too. Yeah, feel free to politely click it. I mean, slapped right off it a little bit. In that 310 and 3/4 level. ATR below 40, so for us, that does mean we will probably move over into the minis. Big rejection of that the 310 level there. Nicholas Raymond, what am I looking for in the two tapes? So this is so I'm filtering the tape by orders greater than 10 down below, and this is just any order, so anything coming in 1 or greater. So what I'm looking for is, you know, as we approach some of these key levels, or as we get, you know, reactions off of them, what does the buying or selling look like, right? Is it coming in size, or is it coming in small size, nice and orderly, right? Are we getting 2, 6, 4, you know, ones like this, or are we getting big blocks of, you know, 10, 15, 26, sometimes greater, right? Sometimes we'll see, you know, like, you know, 60 blocks, 100 blocks. There's that 284 long. Yep. Bounced right off IB. Interesting spot here. Do we find support off of that level? Or do we slap it a little bit? I'm inclined to think we might break below a little bit and then reclaim it and continue higher. But there is I mean, there's a ton going for this area, right? IB prior high, coming down into the volume, the valley here in volume, with the volume shelf sitting a little bit below it. Value area high. The 80s, magical 80s. Yeah, I got you. Standard deviation channels. So I just have the linear regression hidden, right? But that linear regression's sitting right down the middle. 1, 2, 3. For the most part, this is all default. %, fib sitting at 260. Quite a bit of volume conducted there as well. Nice, thanks. What makes a difference between taking or skipping a trade, thinking tape-wise? For the most part, anything you see here, like even the standard deviation channels or the tape, I just like to use for context, right? So as we're watching price action here, and And that's mostly what we trade is price action, some of these key levels like initial balance. So here's that break below and that reclaim. Let's see what this does. This could be juicy. You know, I use it for context. So how's the 22? It's a there you go. It's not a tick chart, it's a range chart. So it's 22 tick range chart. So it's directional price movement versus just like a sum of price movement, essentially. So it's holding each of these candles to 22 ticks of range, not just 22 ticks of movement. Holding nicely. Great bid off of IB. Yeah, so what I'm looking for with the time and sales, and we actually just saw it here, is as we came down into IB, the bottom of this candle, basically the open of this next candle, we got a good chunk of sellers stepping in, right? So we had some buyers come in. Let's see, buyers coming in around the 300 level up here, which is what propelled this candle higher. So we saw this chunk of sizable buyers, and then large sellers and sellers in small size stepped in, drove us down. So these sellers are currently sitting at 78. So all of these sellers came in at the close of this candle and popped us down here. All of these large sellers came in and are currently out of the money, so to speak. So we immediately saw buying coming in small size and bidding this thing up. All right, so these sellers came in down here and are sitting out of the money, so to speak. Can you explain what initial balance actually means? Yeah, so initial balance is just essentially it's you know, it's just like an opening range. Initial balance, it's been used quite historically. So, you know, the reason it has some validity is because a lot of traders use it, institutions use it. But essentially it's just the highest and lowest price inside of regular trading hours before 10:30, right? So anything before 10:30, this was the highest price prior to 10:30. This was the lowest price prior to 10:30. Yeah, first hour high and low of the New York session. Exactly. 10:30 Eastern. Yeah, 9:30 Central. So it's essentially the 1 hour opening range. What you can use that for is again, context, right? So are we inside of balance? Are we trading inside of initial balance low and initial balance high? Or are we trading above balance, right? Are we extended above balance? People generally use it as a tool to determine if they're taking longs or shorts. Yeah, exactly. 60-minute or, you know, so maybe my rule is if we're below initial balance low, I'm only taking shorts because there's a higher probability with my setup when I'm below initial balance low when I take shorts. Or same thing for initial balance high. And you often see price come back into that level and test it if it's, you know, trying to decide, hey, are we trading above balance today? Are we trading inside of balance? Are we trading below balance? So you'll often see a reaction as, you know, traders defend that level. So right now, what it looks like is buyers trying to defend this initial balance level, and, you know, bring this thing higher and trade above balance for the rest of the day. Yuri, I saw the I actually didn't watch the video. I keep seeing the thumbnail though. I keep seeing Bryson, like, you know, hands up in the redwood forest, AI generated AI generated thumbnail. So I definitely got to watch it. Is there an indicator, or do you just mark that off? I just mark it off. There's definitely indicators for it, depending on what platform you're using. I mean, I know on Sierra Chart, Matt has indicators for it. I think Jaws has an indicator for it on Motive Wave. There's definitely an indicator on Tradeify. I just like to go out and mark it myself, mostly because it forces me to take a look at it, right? When I go in and I mark it, I have to, you know, figure out what price did and where we traded into. So yeah, basically came down, touched a value area high, and kept it rocking. Yeah, Yuri, golf is so expensive, man. There's so many courses I want to play, but it's just so out of my budget. But a golf trip would be sick. Usually when big banks do their business, so they don't trade all day in the first hour sometimes, sets the tone for the day. Yeah, exactly. Whoever it is, right? Whether it's market makers, whether it's firms, whether it's banks, whether it's whatever institution it is, whoever's trading with size, whether it's, a rotation into tech or whatever's doing it. Initial balance is a good indicator that traders basically everywhere use to try to determine what's going to happen for the rest of the day, right? So, interesting spot here, right? There might be an argument for, strong trend day. We reclaimed like 250 points here off of last night's sell-off. Strong move to the upside, holding initial balance. Maybe looking for longs into high day for us to keep pushing, for us to flip this day green. Just use lines, LOL. Yeah, you can just use lines. It's easy. I mean, if we're being honest, I think most traders are really using price as their primary tool when it comes to entries. So, there is something to say about lines. Do I draw slanted meme lines all over my chart? No. But do I like to look for areas of interest? Absolutely. How long have you been trading for? Actually, I don't know if that's set up yet. I've been trading for like 3 years. A little bit longer than that, but with some time off. Call it 3 years total. It's just one of those things that I found really enjoyable. We talked about it yesterday, but the personal challenge that comes along with trading has that's my favorite part, right? Like the self-discipline, the working on yourself kind of reminds me of like the gym, right? Like sometimes you don't want to do it. You just got to sit down, sit at the charts, and sometimes you don't want to listen to your own rules. Sometimes you want to break them. There's a little devil on your shoulder saying, do this, do this. So it's definitely an exercise in self-discipline, and it's a never-ending puzzle. Is the way I like to describe it, right? Like it's I sit down every day and I'm presented with a new set of information, new circumstances, different price action, different market sentiment, and I'm trying to get in there and carve a little bit of profit out for myself. Is 29,285 the initial balance high? Let's take a look. Basically, yeah. If you are wondering about that and you don't have an indicator on there, yeah, I was gonna say you're technically like 3 ticks off, but if you don't have an indicator or you're marking it out manually, hop in the Discord. It's either linked in the description or below my face down here, tbm.gg/discord. And you can just do !NQ or !ES in the trading chat. And that'll give you initial balance, value area, some other areas of interest. So if you're marking them out manually and you wanna double check your work, you can hop in there and use that command. Or if you just want to get a read on what price is doing during the rest of the day, right? You're out to lunch and you want to see where we're at in the NQ. Quick !NQ and you'll get some details there. It's definitely taken its time reacting to initial balance, but we're back above 300, so quite a bit of volume conducted at 300. Actually, a ton of volume conducted at 300. A lot of this buying came in here at like 300. A lot of buying, selling at 300. So definitely a fight. KBM, if you look in the description, there's a link. And yeah, that 5-minute close is strong. Love that. And also, bottom of the screen. It says it right below my head. Or I guess, bottom of the screen below my head. tbm.gg/discord. And you can hop in there, say what's up. A ton of us hang out in there all day. You want to talk trades, you want to talk whatever. If you guys have questions, there's a ton of guys in there that'll happily answer questions. Just make sure if you're gonna ask questions, you know what you're asking, right? Don't pop in there and start spamming a million questions. Look it up yourself first. You want to get some advice, ask questions, share artwork, take a good trade, take a bad trade. Also in the description, check out tbm.gg. Links in the description. We'll give you information on all the props we're trading, the scheduling, all that good stuff. The search bar is the most underutilized tool in Discord, LOL. Yeah, really. If you have a question, try that before you ask. Odds are someone has asked the same question 35 times and has been answered 35 different ways. You can find a lot of useful information using the search bar. Trading chat, general chat. Strong reaction off initial balance here. I mean, how much heat would we have taken if we got long, like, 84? If we got long 85, we would only taken 10 point, not even 10 points, 12 points of drawdown. Now we're pushing back into the highs of day. So, bounced off the -2, coming into the +2, but we are still sloped negatively on the standard deviation channel. So I'd want to see us put in some volume up here and shift this channel positively before using it as an entry tool. Entered at 2840, aiming for prior day high. There we go. Yeah, that's a nice trade. Great reaction off of initial balance. If I hadn't taken that big winner this morning and I was still hunting for trades, I probably would have gotten long somewhere in here. Welcome. Brandon, welcome. Damn, I longed at 295. Got break even. GG's, though. Yeah, Fluffy. I mean, you got to protect yourself, right? Gotta protect yourself. Happens to me quite a bit, too, so... Fluffy, I'm curious, do you have like a break-even rule, or do you move to break-even kind of on vibes? Like, are you setting your risk, and are you looking for, you know, a close above half of your take profit target before you get break-even, or are you just quick move to break-even, get risk off the table, and try to take that trade? Kind of getting slapped off of like 30. Yeah, so looking at the standard deviation channel, putting in a bit more volume, starting to flatten out, right? It was sloped negatively. Now we're basically flat. So a push up here and a break of 42, so a break of the highs. Yeah, so slowly putting in some volume and turning this thing positive again. Adjusted the stop loss to below the current 5-minute. Didn't want to flip negative there and out. Yeah. Trailing stops can be tricky, right? Sometimes the trailing stop looks real pretty, and sometimes it tags you and keeps ripping. But I do like trailing stops. I am quite a fan. Quite a fan. I know some of the guys trail. I know Sweaty will get into these. Sweaty will be in these, you know, giant, you know, he'll be like 150 points into a trade, trailing, you know, on the 1 minute, maybe 10 candles back. Yeah, that's the price for securing profits, exactly. Right, so we came back down into this volume at 300 and continuing. A long off of 300 might have been juicy here. Let's see. Long off of 300 could have been the play. The first test of 300, that is. I think we've all watched enough of Matt's stream to know the second test doesn't always hold up as well as the first test. And then the third test, well, third test of a level is a little dangerous. Trump talk later, giving a weird vibe on the market right now. Yeah. I mean, we've basically, like, all of his speeches, his talks, the address, any of his tweets, the market's kind of just been absorbing it. I think we're in the late stages of the Trump impact, so to speak. Right? Like, we just kind of take everything that comes out with a grain of salt, absorb it, and keep pushing. I mean, if you look at the daily, right? I'll pull the daily up real quick. The daily looks so good. Like the daily, to me, is incredibly bullish. You know, we have this orderly bidding for a couple months, and we get the the oil shock and all the Iran war news. Come down, set a low, don't quite claim the high, and then just kind of slow chop back down to that low. Sweep the low here, wick back above it, basically a month later, that June 9th, June 8th low, or I guess the 9th low. Sweep below it at the end of last week, close back above, set this doji, and then just rip, right? Rip above it, 3-bar reversal. Today, sell off overnight, put in a wick lower, grind higher. So, I mean, a lot of room to the upside, right? We're sitting at 29,200, 29,300, a little above 29,300. I mean, we got room all the way back up to 30,000, 30,000, 31,000, really. Yeah, Lyrics, I like the price action today, too. I like a day where we kind of pick a direction overnight and we reverse. That, right? The idea that, maybe we did set the daily wick lower and then continue higher. That being said, we did have quite a, little bit on the larger side of a sell-off overnight, so interesting spot. Well, that 300 long off of 300 looks like it'd be paying. ATR is only down to 36, so could have been the play here. Basically coming up and cleaning out this nasty 5-minute candle here. Nice ATR today. Yeah, I've been enjoying. I was kind of complaining about it yesterday, how low the ATR was. I was like, this is boring, what the heck? Mostly because we were in this like super orderly, bid where we just kind of grinded higher all day and it was hard to grab a pullback. That being said, I've taken some good trades with the lower ATR. So I know I had 2 summers ago, I had a really successful run with props. Really good summer. So I don't mind the summer price action. I actually like when things are a little bit more controlled and settled and volatility kind of fades away. Happy to be patient and sit in a trade a little longer if that means, we're not wicking 70 points and tweets aren't flying around and, stopping me out instantaneously. So, Anthony, had my entry at 300 sketched you out. So I put it 5 points lower. Tried to get 95. Didn't get it. Yeah, now we're ripping into the highs. If anyone's long, I'm curious, are you targeting the high of day, or are we looking for more of an extension above initial balance? Listen to Nightbot, by the way. Toss a thumbs up on the stream. How we doing on likes? For anybody that joined late Today's leg goal's quite ambitious. Still got plenty of time. 2 hours. Lunch hour just started. Top of the hour. Sitting at 84 likes. We need to see 200, and we will give away a Lucid 50K account. So, whatever you guys got to do, hit the like button for sure. Yeah, Fluffy got break even down. Fluffy? Did you get you got long around like 85, right? Off like initial balance and got stopped break even relatively quick. Nicholas, 40 tick scalp off of 300. There you go. Yes, lyrics. I was getting ready for stream towards the tail end. I only caught a little bit of him him talking about the idea of finding somebody in Discord or in chat or in the community to hold you accountable. That's huge, right? Like a big part of the Discord is you know, trading's quite a lonely thing, right? You're sitting at a computer, you're looking at numbers and colors and candlesticks, fighting your own demons for like 3 hours, right? So so finding somebody you can chat with, whether it's in the Discord or if you become friends with them and you know you chat outside of Discord, whatever it is, can be really helpful. So definitely do that. Definitely do that. Liam, are you British? No. No. I am red and blue-blooded American. From message retracted. Do I sound British? Good morning, Leo Trades. Good morning. Where's the name tag? Did not print out name tags yet. Luckily, after that first week, everybody seemed to figure out who we are. Bradley, not at all. Yeah, right. Hey, Liam, no, you don't sound British. Yeah, what? USA, USA, USA. Not that that's a bad thing. I actually, let me tell you, Jamie's voice. I think Jamie should like do like an audiobook or something. I don't know. But yeah, lyrics, definitely find somebody in the Discord. I know with Matt talking about that today, there'll be a ton of people in there that are down to you know, kind of pair up and talk things through. Really cool idea. Love what you know, this new streaming rotation and the move into the other props and the push to get you guys in the Discord and hang out and chat and all that good stuff. Love what it's doing for the community. Really cool spot to be right now. So definitely do that. Got one account past the daily profit threshold. One account died in the process. Yep. Yep. Yeah, not British. Smooth Blues has not commented since he asked if I was British and then retracted his comment. Lyric. Liam, choose one for me. Tradeify or the others. What's your trading style? You know, I think a lot of it comes down to what your trading style is. Let me pull it up here. We'll take a look together. He may have taken offense to being a Brit. Nothing wrong with being a Brit, but proud American. Lyrics, go into the description, click on the tbm.gg link. We'll look at it together. Would I take a long off of 300? Local point of control, good psych level. It is. It is. You like Tradeify can't pass the Lucid for some reason? Yeah. I mean, the way I look at it is I like the first test. I'm not always locked in on that second test. That being said, looking at the -2 standard deviation. It's hovering around 300 by the time we get down there. Interesting spot, good psych level. They're just, you know, with initial balance below and not taking this high, not a clean move to the upside. Not totally sure. So, I don't know, that first move might have been the move to take. We'll see here in a minute. But, Lyric, yeah, check out the link in the description, or it's the pinned comment. Pinned comment will take you here. You can take a look. I like the Lucid accounts. I like the Lucid accounts a lot. I think I'm gonna grab some Lucid accounts and start trading them. See you tomorrow, Liam. GG's, appreciate you hanging out. I mean, we'll take a look here. Code TBM, best discount on any of these sites. So use code TBM. I like the Lucid Flex accounts. You do have, so the nice part about Lucid in the Flex and the Pro is your drawdown type is end of day. Lyric, and you know, we've been talking about trying to get past these evals, you know, not just full porting them and full sending them. So if that's the way you do it, Lucid Flex, little cheaper, and you do have to deal with that 50% consistency rule versus the Lucid Pro, which just has a daily loss limit. But on both of these accounts, free activation fee. So all in on the Flex, you're only looking at 98 bucks. And the 25K is pretty good too, 70 bucks. So I do like those. Take a look at the funded rules. Right, so once you're in the funded account on the Flex, 5 days to pay out with a scaling plan. So only able to trade 2 minis until you break the $1,000 profit target. Once you get over 2,000, or once you're over 1,000, you get 3. Once you're over 2,000, you get 4. Not that there's really any need to be trading many more than that anyway, but and if we look at the funding rules for the Lucid Pro, there is a 60% of peak end of day balance trading daily loss limit. That being said, it's only 3 days to pay out, right? Activation also free. 5 payouts, you move to live. I do like Lucid. I like where Lucid's headed. If you do pick up an account, tbm.gg. So, Tradeify also has some good plans. 50% of peak. Yeah, let me pull it back up. On Pro, I think it is. 60% of peak. So, essentially, looking at your peak end of day balance, your daily loss limit will be set at 60% of that end of day balance. So, say you take a, say you come into the day with $2,000 of drawdown, right? So your initial drawdown daily loss limit is at 1,200 below the trailing initial trail. But say you're in profit and you still have, you know, $2,000 worth of drawdown, it will scale your daily loss limit. Gotten a payout with Tradeify. Nice. Yeah, let's take a look at the Tradeify accounts too. Tradeify has some cool accounts. I mean, that's what we're trading right now. So Tradeify's interesting. Ooh, let's not do that. Tradeify's interesting. Tradeify has quite a spread. So Tradeify you can trade quite differently. Let's look. Pricing? Make sure I'm logged out over here before we leak something crazy. Alright, let's take a look at pricing. Here we go. So here is the Tradeify pricing. So this is what most people trade, is the 50k evals, I think. I know a couple people are trading the 25k evals. I mean, you can choose between growth and select. So on here, it's growth and select. You can also do lightning, but that's quite costly. This account is actually a lightning account. I won during the giveaway with the CEO in match stream, which is super cool. So this one was straight to funded. So if you're about that, You can go that route. It's quite expensive though. But on the select plans, you know, same drawdown and trailing max draw. So on the growth accounts, you have an end of day trailing drawdown. Same deal on select. Difference being on the select accounts, there's a 40% consistency rule, and on the growth account, there is no consistency rule. So, you know, does change when you go into the funded plans though. Essentially in select, you need 3 days to pass, right? In growth, you can pass in 1 day. 35% consistency target on the growth accounts. And if you look at the funded rules over here, no consistency target. And you can choose your path, right? You can either go daily payouts or flex payouts. So add the consistency plan, right? 5 trading days, and you can take 3,000 at a time. Go the daily payout route, which I know a couple of the guys are doing, which is super interesting. And you only, your max payout's 1,000. That also introduces a daily loss limit. I think if I was to do, like personally, if I was to grab some evals on Tradeify, I would probably go the 25k or 50k select. And if I did go 50k select, go for some daily payouts, because I think that'd be cool. So do with that what you will. Ton of stuff out there, awesome options. I like the select plan on Tradeify, and I like the I also like the Lucid Flex 50k. Let me know what you end up doing. Curious how that all plays out here. 320's holding, yeah. We were just talking about, would we take a long at 300? Doesn't look like it wants to even come down and test it. I mean, this looks super bullish to me, right? We keep wicking down, bidding it back up, wick down, bid it back up. Cleaning out this garbage, whatever this was. Yeah, let me know, Lyrics. But like I said, definitely check out the link in the description. Use that, compare them all, and code TBM. Leo, your payout with Tradeify, what account size were you on for that? Up like 1,000 on the account today. Was about to die. Need this price action every day. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Anthony, I mean, there's something to be said about, like, you know, when you don't see the price action you like, all right, just sit on your hands. 50k daily, yep. Yeah, that 50k daily plan's pretty cool. I think if I hop into some Lucids, I will definitely be doing that. I think it'd be cool to have the daily payout available, as well as trading some, you know, copy trading the Apex accounts and looking at some of the, you know, having accounts with a consistency rule, but also having the daily payout available when you want to go that route. I think that could be cool. I mean, Anthony, could you tell today, like, when you looked today, right? Like, I'm not exactly sure how you trade, but when you looked today, did it look like, you know, were you like, oh, this looks good, this trade looks like it's a high probability trade? Does this look like something you'd be interested in? And if so, on the other days, are you kind of looking at it, scratching your head, going, eh? I don't mind the daily loss limit of $1,000. If I reach it, try again the next day. Yeah, I mean, daily loss limits are there to protect you, right? They're there to stop you from blowing and cycling accounts and ending up in the blender, right? So sometimes you know, certain traders might need that daily loss limit. That can be very helpful for, you know, for a large group of traders, especially early on, right? When you're learning to try to get over those demons Avoid the slippery slope. Asked earlier, but you stepped away from the PC. How many funded accounts do I have? I have 10 funded Apex accounts, and I'm trading 5 evals. Those have kind of been on the back burner. I would eventually like to continue to add those accounts and start copy trading a bunch of them for you guys. I think that'd be cool. We're in the trade the evals, get them funded, and once we get some stuff funded here, start moving over into more of a funded focus. But what's nice is we took that good trade this morning, took the 100-pointer on the evals this morning. So now we're sitting in the Tradeify Lightning funded account. I like that Tradeivate has the lockout feature now. You can use it once you reach your daily goal. Yeah, the manual lockout can be so useful for traders. Knowing what platform... I mean, it depends on what platform you're on, but that manual lockout button can save your butt. It has saved me many a time. Especially as I was getting used to it. I mean, there's a learning curve. Fluffy, I agree. I agree. Gotta like the stream up. Worked the night shift, finally got up 1,030. Missed the buy order at 270 when it ran down to 274. Let's see. So you tried to... Oh, you almost caught the whole pullback here. I know I don't like chop, so usually I realize that it's chop, or realize it's chop if my setup gets stopped quick. Look like it's about to end. I enter, get stopped again. Gets bad when it's around the areas of interest. Yeah, I mean, there's right, like, so I mean, you can go back and look at any of these days, and it's pretty hard to differentiate, you know, when you're gonna get directional days. Like, you know, you'll get these little periods of chop and little periods of consolidation. Knowing when to play that. I mean, a tool that might be useful is, like, you know, looking at the directionality of the market in the open, right? Like, if we look at the last couple days, all right, big move down, continued down the rest of the day. Big move up, closed up at the end of the day. Granted, we did kind of go sideways for a while. Today, big move up, we're knocking on the highs. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can look at it. I mean, even in terms of like taking a short and taking a long are two vastly different things. If you think about how price moves, right? Like, taking a long, you kind of get this little area of support, you base off of it, you put in a lower low, and you go. Taking a long, rather. Taking a short, right? Much more violent move down, quicker move down, often a lot more consolidation beforehand. You have to be patient. So you'll get these big moves down, and then this kind of just moving sideways, and a big move down and moving sideways, or, you know, your stop will get hunted. You'll get this little liquidity sweep higher, and then it'll move lower. So you got to think about all those things while you trade, and journaling is hugely helpful. If you guys ask Danny for his Notion link, he created a little template. Journaling is huge. Once you have kind of a backlog, and you put some of these things in writing, and you take a look at it every day, you know, oh hey, all my green days I took longs above initial balance, so maybe you should only be looking for longs above initial balance. And, you know, that day off where you don't trade, it's okay, because you might have taken a loser anyway. All right, you got tomorrow, you got the next day, you got the next day. Liam, oh, just curious, does live streaming either positively or negative affect your mentality? I'll tell you what, I've been a lurker on the channel for a long time, so I'll hang out in streams and chat in the Discord all day. Before this, having something to do that's kind of market adjacent, right? But not necessarily sitting here like trying to pinpoint entries, thinking, okay, should I enter 310? Should I enter 300? This is the second test of 300. We didn't claim the highs. Being able to take a step back and chat with you guys and hang out and some of that stuff, I think is actually helping me. Helped me a lot, actually. Yeah, Leo, I print the chart where I enter and exit, write down your process. Exactly, right? So, you know, get some data on yourself, right? Get some data on the trades you take. It's hard to know what's going on if you don't keep track of it all. Only downside to the all-day stream is that people have so many opportunities to FOMO. That is true. That is true. Yeah. Especially if you're hanging out all day. You know, try to find, I guess from like on the viewer side, if you're done for the day and you just want to hang out, just close the charts. Go chill outside, pull up the stream on your phone if you want to hang out and get, you know. That is also true. FOMO just happens. But I'll tell you what, seeing Jamie take that 200 pointer yesterday, I was like, ugh. I wanted a 200 pointer so bad. So the FOMO is real. It's always there. There's always a demon sitting on the shoulder, talking to you a little bit. You know, toss 3 contracts on. Full port 10 minis. You know, he's there. That's for sure. Haven't journaled because you're not sure what variables affect your trading? So I would say a good like baseline is, you know, kind of a blanket statement, right? Up $300 on the day, felt good. A little bit about your mentality. Was it a long or a short? Was it, you know, you can use things like above or below or in balance. Were you trading, you know, was it a momentum play? Were you trading a range? Was it a breakout to the highs of day? Things like that. Like just little observations you make. And as you kind of do that, you'll develop a bit more of an understanding on what works for you. Takes a long time. And it's something I think we all have to work on really every day, right? Like it's a constant battle. Yeah, is the voice in your head right? Exactly. And sometimes, right, you'll think about it, it will be right, it'll play out, you get that FOMO, or, you know, it plays in your head and then you were wrong, but you didn't take the trade and now you're sitting on your hands, and now, you know, next time you find an entry, you don't take it because of what happened earlier, and you really just gotta, everything goes away and it's a trade by trade basis, which is really hard to do. Really, really, really hard to do from a mentality standpoint and a keeping your cool standpoint. It's also why I think it's important to have stuff outside of trading that you're into, right? Like, get up and go to the gym. Hobbies, something. Staring at this stuff all day can mess with you for sure. Coming back down to 310, interesting. Yeah. Yep, now what? Dang, we're all getting a bit preachy today, huh? I just went on my 20-minute rant. Matt had his 20-minute rant earlier. I just went on my 20-minute rant. They all seem logical at that point in time. LOL. Yeah. Goal of being a good trader should mean you're trading less, not more. Exactly. Exactly, right? Give you the freedom to enjoy other things that you enjoy to do. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's if I take a nice trade and I got nothing to do for the rest of the day, like the rest of the day, I'm going to the driving range, or I'm playing 9 holes at Twilight. You know, I'm golfing. I love golf. I'll do that. Or I'm going to the gym. Or, you know, I got a grocery shop. I'm grocery shopping. I'm doing a little bit of meal prep, right? Like, you know, finding the things you like to do and enjoy outside of trading and being able to give yourself the time to do those things because you are trading, super rewarding process. So that should be the goal. How many likes are we sitting at? Literally, go swim with sharks. If you want to swim with sharks in your free time, get on the charts, do your thing, swim with sharks later. Whatever it is. 100 likes. All right, so we have an hour and a half, basically the midpoint of the stream here. We've been live for like an hour and a half here. Dustin Johnson when he left Live. Yeah, I'm doing this to golf left. I'm doing this so I can golf less and fish more. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. We are sitting at 100 likes, so midpoint of the stream, sitting at 100 likes. Need 200 likes, and we'll do the giveaway. So we're kind of on pace here. Kind of on pace here to reach the giveaway towards the end of stream. Is tracking BPM a real thing? Like if my heart rate goes above this level, don't trade and stuff? You know, I'm testing at 300 level. 20 minutes ago, we were talking about the retest of 300. Curious. Did we quite come down to 300? Let's see. Yeah, tap 300. Oh, no, where we tick off? Just off, one tick away from 300. I don't know if, like, tracking the heart rate is totally necessary, but there is something to be said, like, you know, when you're entering a trade, if you're sitting there sweating bullets, it's probably not a good thing. And the gym does help with that, right? Like, the gym will lower your resting heart rate. And it does help with, like, stress input and stress sensitivity, so having healthy habits outside of trading helps. Getting a good night's sleep. Didn't get filled at 300. That's crazy. We've been talking about that for like... You've been looking at that for like 25, 30 minutes. Yeah, like getting a good night's sleep. Right? Like, you know, can be huge. Anthony, right? Like, you want to add that to the journal? How many hours of sleep did you get the night before? Toss that on the journal, right? Like, things like that. You'll find and notice little things as you go. Oh, I'm taking losers on days I don't get more than 6.5 hours of sleep? Cops, so I do not have level 2 displayed as a histogram showing me resting orders because I'm on Tradeify. So, that being said, where are the resting orders? Where are they sitting? What's the size? And if you're in the Discord, grab a picture real quick, toss it in trading chat, and let me know here in chat, and I'll pull it up. We'll take a look at the resting orders above. If you're not in the Discord, links below my head. What's the trade? Huh. Great question. We were just talking about the 300 level. Looked pretty nice. Yeah, lyrics. No, it definitely pays to have stuff outside of trading. And also, right, like, you know, if fitness is your thing, exercise is great. If you have other hobbies, working on those, it's great. So, time spent off the charts is just as important as time spent on the charts. That is for certain. Three chunks of 600 sitting around 29,355. So just a ton resting higher, basically. Not on Discord yet. Yeah, hop in there. Check out the links in the description. Check out tbm.gg. There's a link in the description. You can head on over there, look at the props we're trading, hop in the Discord. down bottom banner below my face. Check that out. Can I recommend a platform to trade on? Beginner, not sure what platform to use. I've been using Tradeify for quite a long time. That being said, there's quite a few limitations. You know, depends on your trading style. Sierra chart is great. The setup for Rhythmic is quite intense at the beginning. So if you're new and you're just looking to, you know, figure it out and get started on some of these props, I think Tradeify's a good launching point. Tradester, when that launches, that's, you know, I'm looking forward to Tradester. So, super excited for that. Whenever that launches, that's where I will be going. So, but for now, you know, as a beginner, I do recommend Tradeify. If you're curious on how it works, how it kind of works with these props, take a look in the description. There's a link, you can check it out, tbm.gg/Liam. That'll give you the option to view the different props that we're trading on the channel. And you can get started by looking and comparing, picking some of them out. We were just talking earlier about the Lucid 50Ks. Looks like a great option. The 50K flexes. I know a lot of the guys in here are into those. So definitely take a look. Code TBM gets you the best discount on any of those props. Got a race today. Huge hobby. Oh, got a race car. Huge hobby. There you go. Yeah. Get in the garage and work on the car, right? Play the guitar as a hobby. Fretboard started looking like a chart ever since you started trading. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I can't say I look at the fretboard like a chart, but I mean, I you know, music and like fitness is my two hobbies. So I mean, you can see guitars behind me, MIDI here. I got a Juno full keyboard set up next to me. I got a couple analog synths. How long do I stay on the charts? You know, it's nice. Probably only around like 3 hours. Like, you know, as long as the stream is, typically I would trade a little earlier in the morning and probably be done by like the end of the lunch hour at the latest. But right in that couple hour range, 3 hours. Do a lot when you're not trading, yeah. Looked at the bigger range chart. S&P 15-minute was moving up strongly. Manually grabbed a buy the right moment. Filled at 301. Nice. Let's see. Hames, you take a look yet? What's up, 740? My name's Liam. So this is Matt's channel, Trades by Matt. There's a new rotation of streamers, so you can catch us like 17 hours a day. So Matt trades market open every morning, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. You can catch me at 10 o'clock Central or 11 Eastern, trading through the lunch hour. After me is Danny. Danny trades the power hour. Jaws kicks off Globex Open every evening, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, for the open of the Futures Open. You can catch Rhea. She trades the overnight session. If you're in America, it's a little late. It's like 3 a.m. Central. Korean stream for the Asian markets. And then Jamie, bright and early from the UK. He had a really great day this morning, too. Trading the tail end of London into pre-market and then leading us right back into Matt. So we all trade a little differently. We trade different accounts, different trade styles, different platforms. We get 2 wins in a row, quick guitar solo. I was thinking about, like, you know, what could be funny if I could just, like, you know, pull out the guitar and rip something. Apex 100, yeah. Yeah, take a look at that. Something something huge. So Apex just wrapped up the deal on the 50K accounts, $49 for the intraday, all-in, no activation fee accounts. That deal wrapped up. New deal starts today. 100K accounts, only $59 all in. So, no activation, 59 bucks, you pass, you're in a funded account. Really, really nice barrier to entry in terms of price point, right? Like, the idea is with these props, you're keeping the downside risk low. And, you know, you're getting some leverage to the upside in terms of potential profit. Well, there's your cap downside, right? 59 bucks. So that's huge. There you go. Matt making it easy for me. Yeah, links in the description. It's also pinned in the chat. Matt just dropped it there for you. tbm.gg/Liam. Find information on the props, look at the streaming schedule, take a look at my style, how I trade, a little bit about me. Fun stuff like that. And that goes for the rest of the streamers as well. So check that out. For sure, check that out. If you have any questions about the props and you wanna take a look, we can chat about it. I am currently trading a Tradeify funded account. I took a trade this morning on 5 copy traded Apex accounts. So, took a trade earlier this morning. It is not on the chart because I did switch props, but took a trade off of 200 this morning, right here. Wrote it up to 300, 100 pointer. Fun stuff. We got a flag forming again? Uh-oh. Do we draw out another flag? We do have a flag forming. Slightly different. I wonder if we come back down and test IB one more time before ripping. Could be interesting. I mean, the flag this morning played out very well for me. Got a 100-point ripper off of it, so... I mean, I have, like, I'll be honest, talking about, like, the Apex rules, right? Like, maybe two years ago, you know, like, I definitely got caught dollar cost averaging and got a payout denied, which rightfully so, right? Like, you know, it's in the rules. Props have to protect themselves, right? And also, in that sense, you know, some of these rules are meant to protect you as well, right? They add daily loss limits to prevent you, tilting and blowing the account and cycling through a bunch, and you know, things like dollar cost averaging. It's generally not a good habit to dollar cost average into losing trades. So yeah, I've had a payout denied for that back in the day. Apex does not do that. Actually, I'm not sure how that works these days. But yeah. Definitely have been denied payouts for breaking rules. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. It's also quite an important factor when you know, looking at these props, right? You're being handed a rule sheet, so get to know them. Get to know them. Matt was talking about it earlier, right? Your job's to get in here as cheaply as possible and try to make some money. Limit your downside risk. The props are on the opposite end of that. They're trying to make money too. And they're also giving you the opportunity to make money yourself. So, I mean, I think the old dollar cost average rule, I think that was such a valid rule. Dollar cost averaging, especially into losers, is not a profitable strategy. At least on the scale that, you know, you do end up doing it with props, right? Sizably scaling in dollar cost averaging into a loser has never been a winning trade for me. So, like the 1K soft daily limit on Apex, yeah, Yeah, you keep the account. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, dollar cost averaging works for like adding really small position, like so say I was to, you know, there's maybe something said about, you know, I'm bullish on the day and every time we get a pullback I add 1 micro, or I'm adding you know, small size and I'm riding it higher and I'm adding a micro and I'm adding a micro. Maybe that's a winning strategy. I don't trade that way personally, but you know, oh, I'm down $200, let me throw another mini on there. Oh, I'm down $600, let me throw another mini on there, it's going to reverse. Oh, I'm down $800, let me throw another mini on there. Oh, shoot, I'm down $1,200. Oh, toss 3 minis on there, it's surely going to reverse. Then you blow the account. At this leverage, not typically a winning strategy. I think a lot of us have been there too, right? Comes with that tilt, that FOMO, conviction. Tex, I'm sorry. Well, you do it in small size, don't you? So you're one of those guys that tosses a micro out there and keeps adding micros. Because I do think that's very different than, I've seen some of the artwork in Discord. I think that's very different than the dollar cost averaging I was doing. Was not effective. It was definitely not effective. Yeah, well, certainly not minis. Yeah, definitely not minis. How we doing, guys? Pulse check. Yuri, I've actually never DCA'd before. Hey. I mean, that's good. Pulse check. How we doing, guys? We still green? I know, a couple of us were doing alright. A lot of selling coming in here. Small size and in size. Interesting spot. Coming back down into initial balance. Let's see here. I think maybe a break below initial balance, a sweep of this low. Like somewhere down here into some of this volume down here, like into the 260s, and then a reclaim of initial balance could be sweet. A reclaim and then and back up to the highs. I just don't like that we couldn't break this high and we're just kind of rolling over. Seems a bit heavy. Though I guess we'll get our answer here as we inch closer to IB. Micros seem to work better on the 25K. Half size helps. Yeah, I mean, that's why I have the role with, you know, ATR. Trying to determine half size or full size, really. ES is pumping. Let's look at ES. Yeah, ES is holding up. Earlier today, during this move down, NQ actually was holding quite strong while ES sold off. ES sold off almost back down to its, I mean, it came down through volume point and control through ES. It almost came down to the start of the session. Well, NQ was quite different, right? We barely wicked above, reclaimed volume point of control pretty quickly, didn't get anywhere near initial balance low, but now NQ struggling a little bit, and ES looks like it's holding up. They're both rolling over a little bit, but ES certainly looks a little stronger up here. Got over the ego, and it's a money printer so far. Yeah, man, you got to disconnect the ego. Matt went on his rant today. I went on my 20-minute rant. We did we delivered our, we preached for a little bit. We delivered our rants. Ego, you gotta kick that to the side. What's my ATR math for size and stop loss? So you actually, I think it's below the banner right now because ATR is so low, which is a little bit odd. We've been seeing that over the last 2 days, something I've noticed. ATR sitting at 27.2. So a lot of sells still coming in. It's kind of getting absorbed though. Good reaction off of IB. I like this. I ideally want to see us get above value area high, but good reaction off of IB so far. When it comes to ATR, I'm using a 14-period ATR on the 5-minute for Nasdaq. Anything above 40, I tend to trade half size, so I will trade 5 micros. And anything under 40, so like right now, I trade I trade a full mini, targeting half size, stop loss, and take profit. So the same monetary value in stops and take profit. So if I'm going for a 2-to-1, it's either, you know, I'm looking for 25 points on the mini, or I'm looking for 50 points on the half size 5 micros. Previous day value area. Let's look. Previous day value area. Where's that sitting? Oh, value area low. Previous day value area low. I mean, that's basically where we found some support earlier, right around the 180-200 area. Basically sitting 180 on the dot. So, yeah, I'm curious to see more selling coming in size. Some of it getting absorbed, but breaking through IB here. Like I said, a close below, maybe even coming back down to volume point of control, testing it and reclaiming, although that might be asking for too much. We shall see. Just not a lot of conviction up here after setting this high. Could not get back through. Just slowed down, started rolling over. ES going up. Has you confused, but you're holding. So are you short NQ? How are we looking? Curious what you're holding. I mean, only broke IB by like 10 points here. Did not break through the prior low on that first move down. Interesting. How we doing on likes? Curious. Oh, look at that. Nightbot. Perfect timing. Give the stream a thumbs up. And sub. Listen to Nightbot. He's never wrong. 117. Alright. Threw it out there earlier. 200 likes by the end of stream. And we will run a giveaway on a Lucid 50K. But we got to get the 200 likes first. So, little over halfway through stream, sitting at 117, looking for 200 likes. I think it's doable. I think it's very doable. YouTube Premium, best 15 you'll spend a month. Yeah. Alright. I like seeing this flip green. A close green here would be quite nice. Wick through, close green, we shall see. I don't want to see us close right at initial balance. I would ideally like to see it catch some legs here. 40 seconds left on this candle. Yeah, if bulls wanna keep pushing us up higher, we definitely do have to hold above initial balance. Although, I mean, we are only 0.09%. We're 25 points down on the session from last night. We really did reclaim most of that sell-off from the overnight. So, you know, essentially looking at almost a mirror of yesterday, just a little bit less momentum and price action with a sell-off in between. We have printed quite a bit of volume up here. Don't know if it would be enough to pull point of control higher, but we have been printing quite a bit of volume. Up between like 280 to 330, so All right, here's the break back below. $280 also. Yeah. Yeah, this is basically also the prior day close, so it's like 2 points away. So magical 80s, initial balance, prior day close. Previous support. Okay. A strong close on this candle, and we're looking at a 3-bar reversal. We do have 300 sitting right here, big round number. So got to break through 29,300. Got to break through 29,300. Did knock out the high this wick. Coming into value area high. 300 sitting above it. And then plenty of room to the highs. Lyric, does the market data subscription on Tradeify carry over if I switch from Apex to Lucid? Do not think so. Yeah, you will be logging in with different credentials, so I do not think so. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty sure it would not carry over. So if you are paying that extra, what $19, $12, that would not carry over. You guys are just tuning in. Took a banger trade this morning on the Apex copy traded 5 copy traded evals, 100 pointer, so $5,000. Took that basically right at the start of the stream. We've just been hanging out, looking, kind of ranging a little bit, looking at price action, talking about the different accounts, hanging out since. We are now on the Tradeify Lightning funded account that I won during last week's stream with Brett, the CEO of Tradeify, on stream with Matt. So cool stuff. Free to funded to payout. Would love that. Definitely caught the big piece of momentum earlier, and now we've, a little bit choppy, a little rangy. ATR down at 27.5. Find ourselves in a interesting spot here up against initial balance. I mean, it's holding for now. Rigged, yeah. You know what's crazy is since I won it, I feel horrible about winning it. So I haven't entered any of the other giveaways. I'm like, okay, whatever. I won I got it. I haven't touched a single giveaway since. I'll throw the like on there and I'll help try to get us to the giveaway, but I have not been entering in any of the giveaways. Little worried another win and it would actually look rigged. How much am I up on the straight to funded? I think I'm down 120 bucks. Down 120 bucks. We haven't been trading it as much as the Apex evals. We found a lot of success with the Apex evals in Globex. Good trade today. Couple good trades during Danny's stream yesterday. A 50 pointer yesterday. Have not been doing much on this account. So as we get closer to getting those evals funded, we're going to shift more into this account. Unfortunately, what ends up happening is I take that 100 pointer here, and now we're kind of ranging sideways. So now we're just sitting here holding this account in our hands, staring at the wall. But that's price action. So we'll continue to watch. I mean, this initial balance bid looks juicy. This looks pretty good. Dilly, tried to get filled. Yup, there it goes. Back above 300. The break above 300 is pretty encouraging. I would want to see this last 5-minute candle on the hourly, close above 300, and then I think we might be off to the races, although I might just want to do it now. It's going. FOMO, I know. Seeing this candle, you know, come back up and break above that, basically get to 300 after setting a low and not being able to close below initial balance, not being able to break the prior low on this wick. Yuri, I wish it was rigged, man. But it most definitely is not. I've seen the back end. FOMO is the voice that's talking to you right now, Leo. Yep. I mean, maybe there's still a way to get in, but you know, we're still also in this spot where we have not claimed any of these highs. Yes, we did take a nice strong bounce off of initial balance. I mean, this is a great... I mean, look at these reversals, actually. Basically duplicates. But now we're sitting right in the middle of this range, right? So, careful with the FOMO. It does get a bit tricky. Maybe a retest of 300 could be cheap, depending on risk-reward structure, right? Retest 300. Actually, it might be something I'm into. I actually like that, and I think I'm going to take it on... the half size, because what that lets me do is definitely not 25 anymore. We're trading one account. Allows me to bid the 300 level and set my stop below the low of this move. So if we do come down, test it, and run, where does that put my take profit? Basically right above the highs. So I actually like this trade. I don't know if we come back down to 300, but looks like it works well with our risk-reward structure here. So we're going to go ahead and take it. Only risking $250. Stops nice and tucked out of the way here. If it's going to come back down, a break below these lows anyway basically invalidates this trade. So if we get filled, we get filled. That would have passed the evals, closing it down for the day. Now I'm emotional. Good choice. Good choice. If you have a manual lockout button, hit it. If that's how you feel, hit that button. There you go. Got your 500. Took you out trying to work on passing the eval, learning so much. Yeah, there's quite a learning curve when it comes to the different aspects of trading, the mental side, the market side, entry side, the risk side, the prop side. You know, there's a ton. I know Matt has a ton of videos on the channel, on the main channel. So if you want to take a look there, there's a ton of videos on the main channel, super educational, whether he's talking about the psychology, whether he's talking about specific prop firms or rule sets or how he trades, evals, funded accounts, copy trading. Really good resource for all that stuff. So check that out. You can also hop in the Discord. tbm.gg/Discord. Link in the description. People will be happy to answer questions in there. You can just search whatever your question is. Somebody will probably have asked the same question before. Just do your research before you hop in there. Don't be a bot. And then pinned comment, also link in the description. tbm.gg/Liam has information on all the different props we're trading and all that good stuff. So check that out as well. Code TBM, best discount always on any of those sites. $40 away from clearing the buffer, getting nervous. Yep. How are the likes coming? They're, we're sort of making progress. We got an hour left. Let's see, to be on pace, we would need to be at like, to be on pace, we need to be at like 100 and 140 almost. We're sitting at 126. What a ripper, huh? Look at that. Did I have moments in my trading journey where I had big losses or strategies suddenly stop working? Back to square one? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the current strategy that I use works better in certain market regimes and works worse in others. So it's something I have to constantly adapt. It's something I have to be very wary of. Yeah, and I you know, we've all had our blowouts. I've blown funded accounts right after, you know, I think I've been, you know, 60 bucks or 100 bucks away from a big payout on a chunk of copy traded accounts, and I've nuked them. All the things. Danny talked about it a little bit yesterday, and like everyone in chat was like, "Yup, happened to me. Yup, it's happened to me." So the cool thing about this is we all get to talk about it. It's a little nice knowing you're not the only one, right? When something like that happens. SUV. So with 150 viewers, but new faces coming in and popping out, a good chunk of people joining at the beginning of the stream when Matt's stream got pushed over, I think 200's still on the table. Jorge, you know, this is making this order kind of questionable. Oh, do we get a point of control? Oh no, that's point of control on MNQ. Do we get a point of control flip here? Because that might... No. It's MNQ's point of control. Sketched me out for a second. I was like, what's point of control doing here? Yeah, nobody understands what trading is like and what we deal with, except for us. So, being able to hang out in the Discord and talk about it, super sweet. Jorge, what I don't like that I'm seeing is I'm seeing the standard deviation channel start to slope negatively. So I am considering taking this off. I do really like the risk-reward structure it's giving me. And I'm only risking $250, so I'm kind of considering leaving it on. But I don't like that this is now sloping negatively and that our you know, 29,300 is kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere. Gonna leave it on. We're in the 3rd minute of this candle. If we were later in this candle, right, like if this candle was closing in 10 seconds or 20 seconds, I might pull it. We still have a good minute 20. So ideally, what I would like to see is us come down, grab my entry, and close green or close right here and continue higher. But we shall see. Might not even come all the way down to 300. Kind of got stuck at like 303. It's doing exactly what I said I would like to see it do. Just got stuck. I mean, it looks eerily similar, right? The bottom's almost exactly the same. Bottom's almost exactly the same. We had this big candle. We got rejected back down. Candle, rejected back down. It's like deja vu right now. Yeah, Yuri, I mean, I feel that too. When you get excited about the strategy working and a sim or an eval, and then you realize, oh, it's not real money. I mean, strategies definitely translate to live accounts. There are just, you know, I think personally the biggest difference is, yes, there's some differences in terms of, you know, risk, in terms of margin, in terms of sizing, how orders are filled. Yeah, Jorge, my always limit in. But I think the biggest difference when it comes to having like a personal account or getting moved into live is the mental side of it, right? Oh, is it doing the thing? Is it really? This is deja vu. This is deja vu. We missed the fill by 2 points, 3 points. This is insane. Come up, swoop down, set in 2 candles, engulf the previous candles, weird wiki nonsense, and then a push up strong. Come down, 2 candles, set the base, engulf those candles, weird wiki nonsense. Is this deja vu here, is the question. All right, I don't like that we started this candle off green here, so I am now going to take this off. Although we are slowly turning this standard deviation channel positive, so that's something. Yesterday's point of control. Yeah. I want to take a look at NQ because I feel like we've put in so much volume up here. Yeah, we're putting in a lot of volume. I could see, like, maybe in the next hour, like around 2 o'clock, if we continue to put in volume up here, maybe we do get a point of control flip. Come back from lunch hour and it's choppy again. I mean, we're only 6 minutes after the lunch hour, so, you know. Wicks get run. Yep. Yep. I mean, that's what happened here, right? So it's deja vu, though. It's kind of freaking me out. Can't lie. ES pullback as he's sitting it out. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Weird spot on ES. It's doing the thing. It's doing the thing for sure. All right. All right, I have to run to the bathroom, so give me 1 second. I will leave the charts up for you, but I'm going to hide the face cam. Be right. Man, it is doing the thing, huh? It is doing it. Kind of crazy. Really wanted to run the highs. Yeah. Chips are coming back up, so you're bullish on NQ. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, trading style might dictate how much you look at market sentiment and regime and all that good stuff, right? Like, what regime are we trading in? What's the trade? Is it the AI trade, the Iran war trade, the oil shock trade, the tariff trade? You know, but I do like the money flowing back into chips, and kind of a second life for some of these AI infrastructure products in terms of just bullishness. And I think if you look at some of the fundamentals on like the hourly chart or the daily, the daily looks super bullish to me. But Jorge, so with the standard deviation channel, I'm looking for not only to trade with the trend of the day, right? So we're above initial balance. I'm looking for longs, and we've been trending, we've trended 300 points higher on the session. But I'm also looking for, in that case, since I'm looking for longs, I want to bid the -2 on a pullback, and I need the standard deviation channel to also be showing positive, like a positive tilt, because that means we're actively trending up still in like the short time frame. So I want to see all of that stuff, and then hopefully I can grab an entry at the -2 at a point of confluence, like a big whole round number or volume point of control or initial balance or something like that. And that typically keeps me out of taking those trades, and has given me a little bit more success when it comes to using this for some context. Again, in hindsight, this thing looks really pretty, right? Oh, you just sell it here and buy it here. This chart's constantly moving, right? So it's just context. Any indicator is just context. Yeah, Ryan, we'll see how the markets react to the AI spending soon. I mean, it's either... I mean, I could sit here all day and talk about the circular... Like, I love this stuff, so I could talk about the circular revenue that's going on in like AI, you know, the way companies are handing revenue over to each other, and the circular investing, and, you know, talking about actual return on investment so far, and what private credit, and, you know, as private credit's kind of falling, what that's doing to AI, and like the huge valuations and some of these, you know, how XAI is getting packaged into the SpaceX startup and stuff like that. It scares me so much. I don't see it. That being said, the market sees it and it goes up. So I'm not going to be the one to try to call the top on AI. I'm not Michael Burry. You know, but man, is it funky. We're in a really cool time. If you're into like finance and the more investing side of things, really wild stuff. Yeah, the data centers, the public implications on like data centers, you know, like public kickback. Like nobody wants a data center in their backyard, or at least I don't. No, lyrics. This is an indicator. So if you go into the settings tab on Tradeify, if you're trading on Tradeify, and you click all the add-ons that come with the props, just make sure they're all selected, like the free add-ons, you'll be given access to community indicators. So you can go to explore community indicators. This indicator comes from there. Let's look. It is standard deviation channels. So if you look that up, it should come right up. Okay, bit of a rejection up here. Did not quite get through these highs or these highs. Yeah, no problem. Would this be a 5-minute head and shoulders? Great question. I mean, it's pretty deja vu to me. I don't trade candlestick patterns, so I really don't know. The only reason I know we had a bull flag down here is because Matt called it out. Shout out Matt this morning for calling out that bull flag. It's funny. Crazy thing is that, well, AI is definitely a bubble. It has been improving so insanely quickly. Yeah. What makes me like question the whole AI thing, traps again and again and again. Yep. What confuses me with AI is like, you know how like, all right, like take like Google Glasses as an example, right? We saw in like 2014, everyone was talking about, you know, augmented reality, and virtual reality and Google Glasses, and like nothing happened with it for like 10 years. And now, you know, everyone's rocking the Meta glasses, and, Different VR products are coming out, and it's still not really panning out. But like AI back in the day, like, you know, AI is not like a new thing. We've been talking about AI for like 10 years. It's just all of a sudden we decided AI is the future, and everybody got together and said AI is the next, you know, internet. And now we're, you know, everyone's bullish on AI, and that's all we can think about. And it's, I don't know. Mitch, what's going on, Mitch? Yeah, it was like a buzzword back in the day. AI. Oh, it's like, and then it had this weird phase where like post-COVID, it like started to gain some momentum, and like AI powered this, AI powered that, but you saw no real benefit. And now we're starting to see some real benefit out of it, but we've also invested like $20 quadrillion into the thing, and we need like 20 quadrillion more dollars to see any more improvements. It's like, you know, buying land in the metaverse. Yeah, it's all like cyclical, right? Like it's all different market regimes and where the market's headed. We all agree on one thing, and you know, hard to make that investment back when you're charging $20 a month for LLMs. There's a lot of crazy stuff too. Like think about like you know, like some of these big companies have had massive layoffs. Apple's basically sat the whole AI deal out, and I think it just took Nvidia over for the biggest market cap, so people rotated back into a company that's not really AI focused. You know, there's layoffs associated with AI, but then how much? Yeah, Ryan. Oh, it's painful the way AI is being used for like school, like what it's done to like the content that, like, you know, it makes making content for kids easier. I mean, you know, I was sitting in like lectures in college, like, you know, that were like, you know, incorporating AI to make the content. It's like, okay, like, you know, it's like the bare minimum of learning. And then everybody's cheating on the AI-based content with AI. It's like, what? What are we doing? There's no thought here. Yeah. Effects on literacy and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe that's like the old school look, right? Like, you know, people were all confused why we stopped teaching cursive in school. It's like, or like, you know, handwriting. Like, who cares about that? Does it really matter? No. Yeah, Yuri, I agree. Super interesting. I love thinking about this stuff. Has a nice parity with like finance too, with all the investment going into it and stuff. We are sitting right at the close. We've just been ranging. Basically, the dead center of yesterday's close, or the open, rather. Oh no, let's see. Was this the close or the open? Actually, don't know. I think that's the open. Yeah, dead center of the open. We sold off percent just to reclaim it and hug this spot again. Almost came back down to 300, did not. Point of control. I am not seeing a point of control flip on NQ. I did see a point of control flip on MNQ though. Oh, that's yesterday's point of control. Yeah, I did see this point of control flip on MNQ. Lot of volume up here on MNQ. Still putting in volume on NQ. Slowly growing. I do think we see a point of control flip here soon. Although, you know, there's a lot, this tail below. So, if price breaks up above these highs, I think we see a point of control flip. Appreciate you hanging out, Yuri. Yuri, I will beat your map. And you can't laugh when I send you, like, a score of like 536. Deal? But I will beat the map. And I will post it in the Discord. But I need no judgment when it's the worst score you've ever seen. I fear it's a bit too tricky for my my beginner level kind of hard golf. Sergey, kind of hard golf. Yuri made a custom map and sent it out in the Discord. Matt plays it sometimes in the mornings. I think Jamie actually played that map this morning, early on in his stream, and scored like 300. 2 people have finished, Yuri and Jamie. Yeah, see? So when I put up 500 on that map, no judgment. But I will finish it. Let's look at the volume profile settings. It is basically all the... Yeah, it's just default. Just default. It is not session. It's regular trading hours volume profile. It is not including Globex. 3 people have completed it. Jeez. All right, later, Yuri. All right, tested 300. Again, just kind of ranging. Although we did tilt this back positively. All right, final push here. 40 minutes left. I don't want to beg for likes, but I want you guys to get the I want you to get to 200. So, final push here. If you guys haven't hit the like button, 200, and we'll run a giveaway for Lucid. Quite an ambitious goal. So, if you've just been lurking in here and haven't liked the stream yet, like the stream. Would be happy to see a flush down to like 200. Yeah, I'd just be happy for us to break out of this range. Either direction, really. I mean, you've just been, you know... Granted, there's been plenty of opportunity if you played this range. If you played either of these bounces off of initial balance, get a ton out of it. You know, 50 point range, so... There's the point of control flip. Okay. Point of control flip sitting right at the opening price. Flip-flop. Yep. There's the point of control flip. Makes sense. Ton of volume being put in. And we did have, you know, matching up with the overnight volume, actually. I'd be interested to see what, granted, this is affecting those total numbers, but I'd be interested to see an overlay of, like, overnight's volume profile from the open till the regular trading hours, and then the regular trading hours volume profile, if there's any parity between the two. Yeah, Anthony, that's odd, but we're here now. Could be delayed, yeah. That 300 play might have been it. Yeah, maybe you're living in the future. I agree. Well, if you're living in the future, tell me where do you think price goes? Give me a price prediction. All right, chat. I've seen this asked, like, on, like, Instagram comments and, like, different reels. Since we all trade, would you take $100,000 right now? Yeah, coin flip. Sitting in the middle of the range. I kind of agree. That's why I'm sitting here staring at it. Would you take $100,000 or, for the rest of your life, be able to look 3 minutes into the future at any given point? I see people talk about that. I've seen like memes on Instagram with that. As somebody who trades, give me the 3 minutes in the future. Give me 3 minutes in the future. I can make way more than 100K. Right? 3 minutes? Right? That's the easiest. Cool. I agree. I'm sitting here cutting up the markets all day long. Zero DTE options? Nah, I'm getting in, I'm ripping it out 3 minutes later. Okay, yeah. See? My roommate told me I was crazy for that. I was like, 3 minutes? Yeah. Plenty of time to, Cool. Okay. Yeah, literally, give me a minute. I'll take a minute. I agree, Leo. I'm cutting the market up. I'm scalping all day long. I'm just boom, boom, boom. Literally, the high and the low of every 1 minute candle. Yeah. Yeah, really fluffy. Well, that goes back to the whole thing, right? Like, we were talking earlier, like, people don't really understand this game. Like, if you don't trade, you don't get it. Most, 9 out of 10 people are saying, give me 100K right here, right now. It's like this chat is like, you know, the only place where people are like, yeah, I'll take 3 minutes in the future. Frank, what's going on? 3 minutes, 10 contracts. Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah, really. With leverage, you can make 100K. It's just funny that we live, like as traders, we live in, like, 3 minute, you know what I mean? Like, we're, you know, 5 minute, 3 minute intervals. It's like super different. Sell all my assets, put it in a personal, full port every minute. Yeah. Tapping 300 again. I mean, that 300 trade might not have been too shabby here. Mitch, my average trade this morning was 9 seconds. So 3 minutes is generous. Yeah. Make it interesting. 3 minutes in the future, but with bad Wi-Fi. I'm still choosing 3 minutes. Even if I'm on, like, McDonald's Wi-Fi, I'm still taking the 3 minutes. Holding this level, holding the open, volume point of control flipped, basically sitting in the same spot. Struggling to break below 300, bounced off IB twice. Multiple times, not just once. Right. Yeah, we've just been chopping, huh? Sideways price action. Yeah, essentially you can always... Well, you can see 3 minutes into the future, then 3 minutes later you can do it again. That's the way I look at it. It's a weird close. This is odd. Weird close on this 5 minute. ATR down to 20 again, really. 24. It's nuts. It's got me yawning. That's not good. All right, something, since we got 30 minutes left and we're sitting here in absolute rangy 50-point range chop at volume point of control. Watch this thing run now that I said that. Something I want to do is, if you guys are in the Discord and you have taken some trades today, use the spec trade reacts and tab. If you guys had a trade, screenshots are fine. Screenshots are cool. Short videos are cool. Whatever you got. If you guys have taken a trade today and you want to show it off, or you want to talk about a loser, toss it in there, and I'll go through a couple of them, and we'll react here. We'll give you guys a couple minutes to toss some in there yourselves if you're still in chat. And then if not, if we don't get a ton of them, we'll just go back. There's already a ton from today. I see Yuri tossed his there at 10 a.m., so I think Awa tossed his in there earlier too. Alphabet reports earnings tonight. What time? Is it right after market close, or like 4:05 Eastern, or? Fluffy, gonna call it here. Market's got me yawning. Yup. Yup, leave while you're up. I like it. Yeah, I have not been inclined to take a trade in this this mess. We're just kind of compressing a little bit here, going sideways, failing to break the highs, failing to break the lows. Yeah, right after market close, Leo. Gotcha. Who else reports today? Not seeing anything in the Discord yet. If you guys... Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Back down to IB. Alright, there's one. We'll react to that in a minute here. I want to see how we react off of initial balance first. Don't have the screenshot. The scalp. My scalp at the moment made me go break even. And then 1 second later, we got tweet in your direction. Ran 70 points. Yep. Yep. Alright, I see a couple of you typing in the Discord, so let's see here. Alright, this is a nice trade. Let's take a look at this one, huh? Alright, first trade. Sent in. Not sure by who. Let's take a look here. Alright. Are these... Let's see. Are these micros or minis? I mean, we got long off of 29.60. Make sure like things like time frame or micros, minis, if you toss something in here, are in there, just so we can get some more context behind it. And if I'm showing your trade, make sure, and it doesn't line up with your Discord user, make sure you call it out so we can chat about it. I mean, 1,700 bucks, micros. Oh, is this USUV? It's a nice trade. Let's see here. 29.11, and then added coming in at 29,060. I mean, that's a nice trade. 2 and 2. Do you take it with 3, or do you add 1, or do you go 2 and 2 and then ride it up to 227? No, you're good. You're good. Also, sir, you have so many EMAs on here. 3 and then added 3. Oh, had 6 total. Okay. So 6 total, micros, in for 3, scaled into 3 more. What EMAs are we looking at here? I'm not really a EMA guy, but I'm seeing them, or what looks like EMAs. All right, we're bouncing off of initial balance. Oh, you don't use them? Okay. I know some people look for, like, specific crosses of EMAs and stuff like that. The range so far holding. If you scalped this, around 85, you'd be good for 10 points, closing in on 15, 20, coming back into that 300 level. Interesting. All right, well, GG's. $1,700 is $1,700. It's a great trade. Keep them coming, gentlemen. If we keep the artwork coming. Let's see, what else do we have? Fluffy. Oh, here we go. Fluffy took a winner. Took 1 winner and 1 break even. It's a snooze fest, though, leaving while you're up. Let's see here. Let's pop this out. All right, let's get this on screen. Hey, I'm seeing Tradeify. I like it. $390. Took, ooh, nice scalp off of VWAP. So, quick scalp off of VWAP for like 20 points. And then commission across the 2 puts you at 390. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, basically same Matt trade here. Right after Matt called out that flag. Nice, very good. Right idea here, too. Oh, this is when you got stop break even. Yeah, we were talking about that. Oh, huge reaction off of IB again. So anybody that took IB, I think somebody else just said they were trying to take this. I mean, good trades. I like this a lot. EMAs kind of work when we're trending. Yeah. Yeah, great trades. I mean, this is a huge trade off of, you know, a strong move into VWAP. Quick, boom, grab your points and get out. I like that. I do like the break even here at initial balance, just protecting yourself. Hindsight, you know, might have moved the break even too early, but still, great trade like that. GG's, gentlemen. I think I'm going to start doing this towards the tail end of every stream. So if you guys are hanging out, you take trades in the morning, or you take a trade during our session, or even if you see something, you want to make a quick little video, or you want to send me a screenshot, please do so, because yeah, it's cool to see you know, the different trades you guys are taking, how you trade the market. You know, we all trade a little differently. I took that level long. Nice. Are you still in that trade, or you get out quickly? Not gonna get mad that you missed out. 20 points is 20 points, dude. $390. $390 is $390. Can't complain about that. That's a winner. Green Day, winner. Even that break even's a winner, right? Protected yourself. It's a good day. Still on long. Nice. It played 3 times. I didn't have the cojones to do it, but I'm glad somebody did, because that is playing. And a close. The close back above yesterday, or above the open and above volume point of control. Great. Evan Cortez, Apex 100K accounts for $59 is bonkers. Yeah, the flash sale, the 50Ks for $49, was already huge. And now 100K all in, $59, no activation fee. Insane. So code TBM gets you the best discount always. Make sure if you're hopping on there, use code TBM. Sweet deal. Sweet deal, man. Yeah, dude. Initial balance has been money today. I mean, 3 times. We are compressing a little bit, so you know, do we break out to the top side? I'm not sure, right? It's starting here. We make the high, the low. We did not break the high. We did not break the low. We did not break the previous high. We did not break the previous low. So, you know, where do you get out in this case? Coming down to test 300. Not too sure. But, yeah, IB's held crazy. Intraday still bothers you a little bit? Yeah. I mean, you definitely have to trade it differently than the end of day accounts, but dude, the value you get, $59, that's huge. All right, Fluffy, headed out. Hey, GG's, man, 390 bucks. Trade looked good. Appreciate you hanging out. Danny, what's going on, man? Today's been interesting. We took a 100-pointer on the across 5 copy traded Apex accounts this morning. Basically, right as stream started, I got long a couple minutes before I went live, and then wrote it up to take profit. Got long off of 200 here. After Matt so graciously drew us a beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork with some lines, drew a nice flag. He ended up taking VWAP long, grabbed 20 points or so off of it. And then I took 200 here, all the way to just a little bit below 300. I hopped out a little early. I got kind of spooked, but got my 100-pointer. And since then, we've been going sideways, and we've tapped initial balance 3 times. So moved over to the Tradeify accounts. Didn't really take any trades in the Tradeify accounts, or in the Tradeify account, just because kind of weird. ATR died. It's been choppy. But yeah, casual 100-pointer, 5 grand across the accounts this morning. So that was nice. How are you doing? How you trading? Long since 29,235. You still holding that? So what's your entries like here? I would assume you got long on the break above these candles. Yeah, Danny, I think I'm 300 off. I was 1,100 off the other day. I took a $250 loser, and last night or the other night, and then locked in a grand here. So we're like $400 off. In the nightmare zone. Hardest $300 to make on the accounts, but we're closing in on that. Love to add those to the funded pool and start copy trading some funded accounts here. Pair that with the Tradeify account, Lightning funded, and I think I'm gonna look at. We were talking about it earlier. I think I'm gonna get into the Lucid 50Ks, and I think I want to go with some Lucid 50Ks. We shall see. Yeah, Danny, you gotta toss a like on there. I am being mean. I set a very ambitious goal today, 200. Doesn't look like we're gonna hit it. Doesn't look like we're gonna hit 200, but yeah, Ryan, I think you may have convinced me to get on some Lucid accounts. A lot of you guys have been enjoying them, so you know what? Did we ever get 200 viewers? I think we started out just under 200. Did not have... I don't know if we had 200 concurrent. But my reasoning for 200 is, you know, we have people coming in all day. So, we get some new faces. I keep reminding you guys and toss that goal out there. Maybe it's a little too ambitious. Maybe we'll have to lower a little bit, but we shall see. Can't be giving out accounts for, you guys got to work for it a little bit. You got my stream, you got Danny's stream, Jaws' stream, Jamie's stream, you got Rhea's stream, and Matt's stream. 6 streams. You get likes on those streams. It's a ton of accounts, so gotta make it a little difficult. Although you're right, I am being a bit mean with that 200 like goal. I also want to see 200 likes. 200 likes would be sick. Yeah, Bradley, exactly. Yeah. IBY, waiting until Trump speaks. Oh, so you're long? Okay, so you're long down here at like 35 on the break of this candle. Basically got in and took no sweat, I'm assuming, right? This was a pretty quick move up. Waiting until Trump speaks. Hopefully he has something positive to say. Well, good luck with that. That being said, we've talked about this kind of all week because we've had a couple Trump tweets and a couple Trump announcements. The markets seem to digest him fairly well recently. Maybe we're ignoring him. I don't know. But a tweet will come out, we'll get a little reaction, and then, you know, right back to the price we were at before. So even negative news, unless it's like really bad, but, you know, news that used to move the market 500 points moves us like 30 points now. So a little bit of that headline risk is gone. Yeah, that is true. After the close, Tesla, IBM, Alphabet, a lot of earnings. I think 405, maybe like 430. Let's take a look real quick, actually. So earnings after the bell. Yeah, you're right, Bradley. I am the boss. I do make the rules. Kinda. Sorta. Let's look at earnings. Ooh. All right. All right. Tesla, Alphabet, IBM. QuantumScape. What is I was gonna say, what is QS? QuantumScape. Okay. Yeah, a lot of earnings after the bell today. I mean, a pretty good chunk here. Let's see, what time is it though? Tesla is at... What am I looking at? All right, testing IB again. One more time. You're brave. You're brave. How many times will it hold? I mean, expected move in Tesla is like 20 bucks, plus or minus 5.5%. It's pretty big. Same deal, Google, 5% expected move, 16, 17 bucks. What's IBM? Probably a little less. 11 bucks, 5.3% expected move. So yeah, definitely a good chunk of earnings coming after the bell. CSX. ServiceNow, big expected move with ServiceNow. 11% swing, plus or minus. $10 implied move. Earnings whispers, let's see. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, let me check that out, Bradley. Trading chat, let's look. Let me scroll down through all of the GIFs and memes real quick. Yeah, so a lot of earnings this week. Here we go. So today, here's the big ones. Yeah, ServiceNow, Alphabet, Google, IBM, Texas Instruments. Anybody still have their old like TI-84? I got mine sitting around somewhere. I think I might frame it. Yeah, CSX. No, Matt is not my brother. Matt is not my brother. Going short of the, on the break, I guess on the break of initial balance. Good luck. TI 83, I'm 36. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, what are we, what's the current Texas Instruments calculator? I know 86 is where we started getting into the fancy, like, TI 86 range. I was a TI 84 guy. Like a hand-me-down TI 84. Yeah. Okay, so how long do we think until they start to add AI into Texas Instrument calculators? And should we be investing in Texas Instruments for the future AI calculator play? Is my question. Watch, in like 9 months, Texas Instruments is going to come out with this huge presser about like, oh, we're introducing AI into their calculators. And we'll have missed the wave. Is there any giveaway? Let's look at the likes. 1 second here. Bradley, thank you for sending that in Discord. Appreciate that. Still knocking up against initial balance. Although it looks different this time. Not a direct deja vu mirror in price action. How many likes are we at? We ended... I mean, we only got 8 minutes left here. It's looking pretty dire, boys. I'm gonna be honest. I think we're out of luck. 144. So the like goal was 200. We did not get there. That being said, I don't know what Danny's goal will be. So what I think y'all should do is in 8 minutes. Here we go. Here's the break. Finally, break of IB. We've been holding it all afternoon. We're 3 hours in, and we just finally broke below. Shorting on the way to VWAP. I mean, back to VWAP. Back to VWAP. Some size coming in, too. Small size, large size. Good mix here. We, channels negatively sloped. Clear case and all. What I think you guys should do if you want this giveaway is, since we're done here in like 7 minutes, when you guys go over to Danny's stream, immediately smack the like button and try to get some momentum on that. And then by the midpoint of his stream, I think you guys will get to his goal. But I don't know what his goal is yet. So my advice, since we did not get to 200 likes, when we move over there, like it up off rip. I'll push you guys over with the links and all that good stuff in a couple minutes here. Just watching this break of IB, because it's finally something interesting. Right before the top of the hour. That's what I mean, 150 likes in the first 2 minutes. Boom. Don't gotta wait anymore. So, I think the move is to, when everybody slides over there, just juice those numbers up. Yeah, 740. Are you still short? Did you take the third test here? Or I guess the fourth test, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 tests. Still some size coming in. No sizable buyers stepping in the way of this, so back down into some volume down here, right above 250. More volume sitting right at VWAP. Previous volume point of control, I think, was 220, if I'm not mistaken. So, a ton of volume down here. Large volume spike. A lot of volume put in overnight down here as well. Still short, nice. Just took the fourth test. Yeah. Yuri, we waited 3 hours through chop, and right as the stream's about to end, we finally broke through initial balance. So something's happening. Something's happening here. Let's see, what else you missed? We yapped about AI. Looked at the earnings schedule, did some trade reviews. All fun stuff. All right. Yeah, lower high trapped a ton of buyers. Yeah. I mean, the reason I didn't like what I was seeing up here is because, you know, so we set this high, we set this low. We don't break the previous high. We don't break the previous low. We don't break the previous high. We don't break the previous low. We don't break the previous high once again. And finally, we just slap through it. Down to 210. Might be. All right, gentlemen. We got 4 minutes left here. I do not have a 12 string. I wish. I wish. All right, gentlemen. Before we head out, pinned in chat, in the description, you guys are looking at any of the props we've been trading. Lucid, Tradeify, Take Profit Trader, or Apex. Check that out. There's a link in the description. If you have any questions about me, there's some stuff in there. You can check that out. See what I'm trading, see what I like to trade, see how I trade. If you have any questions or you want to keep chatting and you're not in the Discord, hop in the Discord. Links down below. It's also in the description. All that good stuff. tbm.gg/discord. So check out any of that good stuff. Before we go, run through the streaming schedule one more time, and then I'll start spamming links to Danny's stream here in a sec, so you guys can start heading over there. tbm.gg. Check it out in the description. Has a breakdown of everything, including the updated schedule. So Matt goes live every day like he's been doing for the last 6 years. Market open, 8:30 a.m. Central. I follow him up 10 a.m. Central. Danny here in 3 minutes, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Central. He trades Power Hour. Jaws will be live tonight. He kicks us off Sunday nights. He'll be live tonight, 5 p.m. for the Open, Globex Open. Rhea trading the Asian markets overnight. Korean stream, really cool. Check out some of her clips on the channel if you have a chance. 3 a.m., so a bit late. And Jamie kicks us off bright and early. He's been having a lot of success in the mornings too, so check him out. Really cool streams all around. Smooth Blues, any trades today? Yeah, we took the 100-pointer. Took the 100-pointer this morning. I am on my Tradeify login, but I took a 100-pointer on 5 Apex accounts. Got long at 200 on this candle here, and hopped out right before 300 on this candle here. So grabbed a nice 100-pointer on a pullback. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Awesome day. $5,000. Hey, green $5,000 on the evals. We almost have those evals that we started fresh with, beginning of the new streams. We almost have those passing, so get those passed, and then hopefully we're trading all the Apex fundeds we have. So we'll be copy trading those. We'll be continuing to trade this Tradeify account. Looking to add some Lucid evals. We've been talking a lot about Lucid evals, and I think I'm going to add some of those. So yeah, exciting stuff. Let me get the link for Danny's stream. We have 1 minute here, so let me send you over there. When I end stream, I will be pushing you over there automatically, but since he'll be going live here in like 20 seconds, let me grab the link. Actually, he's already live, so once I grab this link for you, start spamming it in chat. Go say what's up to Danny. We did not hit our like goal, so we were looking for 200 likes to get that giveaway going. If you guys want a giveaway, you get another chance at it. 5 chances a day with the 17-hour streams. So hop in his stream and immediately start running up the like button. Immediately run the like button up, and I think you guys can get to that goal. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Just about does it for me. For anybody that's been in here all day, like Bradley, Yuri, Alpha, appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping in. SUV, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Ryan, appreciate you, man. All right, gentlemen. All right, one last time, head over to Danny's stream if you're going to keep hanging out. Drop the link a couple more times. Appreciate you guys. I will catch you tomorrow. Be smart, be patient.